age of 10, my parents took me to a ballet performance, and that became my whole world and the only thing I ever cared about. I looked at those beautiful girls in their elegant and classy dresses and imagined that one day I would be able to wear such a dress and fly like a bird on stage. A seed was planted in my heart, gradually growing over the years. My mom saw the look of admiration and desire in my eyes and decided to take me to some basic ballet classes. As soon as I walked into the dance studio, I saw girls with pretty skirts and the pair of dance shoes I had dreamed of since I saw the performance that night. My mom held my hand and brought me to the teacher, who looked me up and down and said, "No, she's not fit for this, and it's way too late to start at this age. You're not slim enough, and your bones are too developed." These words shattered the heart of a 10-year-old girl. Yet I insisted on joining the class because I couldn't accept that a failure had been declared before I even started. I began to eat less and practice more, causing me to get sick easily and constantly tired. The pressure of trying to catch up with my class designed for beginners, slowly drained my love for ballet. The more I practiced, the clearer it became. The joy I once felt was gone, and my love for dance was on the verge to disappear. I never expected myself to become a professional dancer, but I still believe that there is a spot for people like me, people who simply want to enjoy dancing as a hobby. Why are the standards for dance set so high for beginners? After leaving ballet behind, I explored many other dance forms, finding that each carried its own biases. According to DIPA, a career research website, the gender ratio shows that 74% of dancers are female, so many males are held back for fear of being seen as too feminine. These unwritten rules alienate those who simply love to dance. Meanwhile, traditional sports as hobbies are embraced as exercise and entertainment. No one bats an eye at elderly couples and people of all shapes and sizes enjoying tennis or golf. Why? Then is dance not afforded the same inclusive perception? As I grew, my passion for dance only deepened, pushing me to advocate for its accessibility. However, common fears like starting too late or facing too steep a learning curve hold many back from exploring this incredible form of art. This is why I'm here today, to throw away biases, to ignore standards, and to persuade you to dance for yourself. Dance should be celebrated as a sport and a hobby, accessible and enjoyable for all, regardless of talent, age, or physique. According to Central Pennsylvania Youth Ballet, a dance school since 1955, 3 or 4 years old is the best time to start ballet. This is because the bones are still immaturely molded, and the foundation of ballet can be laid more easily. Although ballet is very elegant, it can be very damaging to a child's body. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia states that extreme ballet practice can affect a teenager's physical development to a significant extent. Hormonal abnormalities, developmental delays, and malnutrition are all very common conditions. But how many ballet hobby classes today force these 3 and 4 years old to do over-the-top actions to emphasize their professionalism? Compared to ballet, sports often have many different levels of classes offered to children, allowing them to start easily with no pressure. Schools and dancing programs should create more classes specifically for those who are only interested and are not preparing themselves to become professionals. This way, they can enjoy dance more easily and not damage their body at the same time. Dance is defined as high art, but in fact, it can be a hobby that makes people happy, just like any sport. In China, square dancing is a very popular activity among middle-aged and older people. It is an exercise routine performed to music in squares, plazas, or city parks. It helps people gather, get in touch, and socialize. When I was a child in Shanghai, as soon as I finished dinner, I could hear the noisy sounds of music and conversation from the park below. It became part of my childhood memories. I would do my homework, laze around, and sleep to the lively sounds outside my window. Dance helps these middle-aged and elderly people in China exercise, and it has become extremely popular as a common hobby. In a summary of primary healthcare physicians, people receive 150 to 300 minutes of aerobic physical activity per week. Most of the dance movements of square dance will involve lifting arms, twisting the waist, kicking legs, etc. It not only helps to exercise joints and muscles, but also helps middle-aged and elderly people to maintain and promote the body's balance and reaction function, thus effectively preventing osteoporosis, arthritis, muscle atrophy, and other diseases of the elderly, as well as slowing down the process of physical and mental aging. These all show that dance as a hobby can benefit people of all ages. Age should not be a barrier to enjoying dancing. Growing up, I relied on my motor nerves a lot, and whenever I exercised, it was as if my own muscles naturally knew how to move. This was often surprising when I first tried a sport. However, I would often rely on it too much and fail to understand what the teacher was teaching me. The inability to digest the teacher's instructions caused me not to progress in sports, and I would always find myself stuck at the very beginning of the steps. Dance is different. Even if you don't follow standard dance moves, you can still dance to your own delight because dance doesn't have an ultimate goal to reach. Have you ever noticed that when you hear a good song, your head naturally nods, or your feet start to tap along with the beat? That's because dance relies on a part of our brain called the primary motor cortex. When we hear music, it automatically activates and encourages us to move. According to the American Psychological Association, physical activities produce dopamine, one of the brain chemicals that determines a happy mood. Thus, dancing as a sport can effectively help improve depression and release stress. Different types of dance can help you express different emotions to address things that can't be put into words. The kind of heartfelt communication unique to the dancer and the audience is not achieved by standardized movements, but by the emotions conveyed by the dancer's dance. Dance has made me seek improvement in self-transcendence and truly develop myself as a person. People often think of some sports as hobbies since they're easier to start, and you can pick up the sport at any age. Dance is the same as many sports. It doesn't require a teacher to lead you, and you can learn the sport at your own pace. To be sure, becoming a professional dancer requires a lot of hard work and professional guidance. But if it's just for fun, a good song and an open space are more than enough, letting your body flow freely. The bar for dance needs to be lowered, and people no longer need to see dance as something only trained dancers can do. It is accessible, joyful, and easy. In the near future, I hope 10-year-old girls like I was will walk into a dance class and get looked up and down and be told, "You're perfect for this." Thank you.